Even though Satoko was the one who set it up, everyone had to pick after her. By the time the teacher entered the room, the bedlam from before had been neatly tidied up.
We made it in time. Rise. Attention.
Mion gave out the morning commands. Bark like a dog! Now cluck like a chicken.
Cluck.
It's difficult being the teacher for all these different grades in one classroom. She has to teach something different to each one. But naturally, she ends up spending all her time with the younger kids. Rena and Mion, being in the highest grade in the class, end up mostly doing self-study. They even end up helping teach the younger kids, so it seems like they can never get to their own studies. They're actually way behind where my studies have progressed to. As a result, I'm pretty much taking over for the teacher and helping Rena and Mion with their studies. So you're behind too.
You're a pretty good teacher, Ch1. Easy to understand.
You'll be the last to die. Rena took a breather after finishing highlighting an important section. Teaching is making me lose confidence. It makes me aware of how shallow my understanding of the subject is.
They say you have to teach someone's. Wait. They say that to teach something. Fudge. They say that to teach someone something, you need to understand it backwards and forwards. So while you're teaching us, you're getting in your own practice as well, Ch1.
In contrast, this person over here is quite laissez-faire about things. How the hell do you even say that? For one, isn't she supposed to be in a higher grade than me? Look, Mion, this is for your own good. If you don't take this seriously, there'll be trouble later on. With these marks...
Oh yeah, Ch, you want to do something about it, huh? It's not like I'm aiming to go on to a prestigious school.
I just want to live the rest of my life as a bum.
I'll be fine as long as I pick up what I need to know for the entrance exams at a little at a time.
Her stomach defiance is really something else. Or staunch. I read that wrong.
Yeah, my stomach defiance.
I don't want your learning. This was a different type of relax than somebody who already knew what was going to be on the entrance exams.
Me-chan, Ch1 is doing his best to teach us. We need to try hard too.
You're such a good and honest kid, Rena. I'll make sure you guys get accepted into a good school.
Thanks so much.
Especially you, Rena. Private lessons, just the two of us.
Private lessons?
Touch me, senpai. A puff of
Senpai, please.
a puff of smoke shaped like a halo popped out of Rena's. How the hell do you see that? Exactly what kind of private lesson is she fantasizing about that's making her turn so red? I'd like to hear the play-by-play about that next time. Oh, you perv. While Mion was flipping through a vocabulary flashcards, she threw out a casual question. I cannot read today. So in the city,
do you have to study this much?
if you don't know at least this much, you can't get into university.
So you study just to get into a university?
Well, yeah, basically. While knowing that this stuff won't ever come in handy in the future.
Out here, you can get into university as long as your attendance is good enough.
Really? Study equals entrance exams. Having that basic lore of the universe so easily overturned sent me into a state of shock. Let's not forget that they're not very... you know...
That is right. That is right. There aren't really enough people around here to warrant weeding them out with an exam. We're all stupid.
Duh!
If anyone could get into university, then there's no need to be all uptight about this stuff, right?
Well, that's true, but you should at least know stuff that's common knowledge. This old geezer thinks that, instead of wasting time studying pointlessly, you should be spending your precious teen years doing more meaningful things. Wait, I don't think I was meant to say that.
This old geezer thinks that instead of wasting time studying pointlessly, you should just be spending your precious teen years doing something more meaningful. And I fucked up that sentence, whatever. It means
Well, I said it, I shouldn't have even said it to begin with.
Yeah, we fucked up a lot of lines, it's okay.
Who cares? We're having fun. It was too profound of a statement to simply laugh off. But since it was Mion, it probably didn't actually have that deep of a meaning. In place of a chime, the sound of the principal waving a handbell drifted through the classroom.
Ch1, we're done! We're done! It's our wonderful lunchtime! Nom 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 nom.
Excuse me while I eat my hand and grow it back. In a complete 180 from her unmotivated state, Mion gave the commands that signaled the end of the morning period. Guys, you said they were all stupid, so they probably eat themselves and grow it back.
Ch1, let's have lunch!
Star.
Star. It's a starfish!
I might have been making a very troubled face. Rena smiled brightly at me.
Alright. Let's eat! Alright. Okay.
There seemed to be different cliques, even within the class. Most of them were divided up by gender and age, but our group was different. Our ages were different, and we had both boys and girls. But we weren't reserved around each other.
One boy.
This level of openness makes a transfer student like me pretty happy. We all know about the birds and the bees early on. Rena and Mion pushed their desks together so they were facing each other. At the same time, Satoko and Rika-chan were slowly lugging their desks over as well. Me strong!
Ch1, hurry! Your harem awaits!
Rena waved her chopsticks in an unrefined manner, trying to hurry me along. Unless everyone was together, they wouldn't even open their lunchboxes.
Keiichi-san's lunchbox is most assuredly filled with nothing but bread crust like some sort of destitute plebeian. Why don't you just show it to us? Come now.
Even though Satoko was hurling insults at me, she still wouldn't open the lid to her lunchbox until I was there. I pulled out my lunchbox swiftly and dragged my chair over to join the circle. Hey, sorry to keep you waiting.
Well then, Representative Me, please give the signal to start.
Oh, she predicted the Nintendo Wii functionalities. At first, this was kinda embarrassing, but I got used to it pretty fast. At this point, I probably wouldn't even open my own lunchbox if someone else was too slow. Our ages and genders may have all been different, but we were all friends.
Let's eat!
The sound of our little 5-part chorus echoed beautifully throughout the classroom. Wait, were we meant to say that together?
Yeah, everyone's supposed to say it, so let's eat!
Let's eat!
Let's eat!
Eat my nails!
Really though, Satoko's poisoned everyone's lunches with nails.
Jesus Christ.
Really though, I've gotten pretty used to this group made up of girls. Of course, there are other boys in the class, but they were a lot younger, so they were scared to approach me. Well, that's to be expected. Younger boys would just see older boys as scary. Compare that to girls, well, at least these girls aren't picky. We put all the side dishes in the middle where everyone was free to pick at them. I thought girls would mind sharing a meal with a guy, so I was a bit flustered joining in. However, Mion noticed that and teased me quite a bit. As the fruit of my efforts, I can now reach over and take sides from anybody's lunch.
My, isn't Sir Keiichi's lunch extravagant today?
My, isn't Madame Satoka's lunch extravagant as well? The stewed stuff has a nice look to it, rather trendy. Buying into the fight that Satoko was starting, our chopsticks locked in a cross counter, stabbing into each other's lunch.
My, how delicious!
Oh, this taro is good. The stewed stuff is good too, even cold. After seeing my happy face, Rika-chan's expression broke into a little smile.
I saved some from dinner last night. Nipa.
By the way, Satoko and Rika-chan's lunches are always the same. It seems that Rika-chan makes it for both of them every day. Rika-chan made this too? These taste like Mom's home cooking. I was honestly impressed. The carrots rosettes weren't from a mold. They were done by hand with a knife. That's not easy to do. If you actually look underneath her hand, she's got tons of cuts.
I guess Rika-chan's just good at this sort of thing. She's really good at sewing, laundry, and stuff like that. Amazing, right? Amazing!
Yeah. Rika is quite exceptional in many ways.
That's nothing for you to boast about.
Rena's actually better at cooking than I am. Nipa. Star.
It seemed that the topic of conversation switched to Rena when she wasn't expecting it, making her blush and trip over her words. Rena's lunch really was the star of the table. Not only did it look good, it tasted good. What is this? Bleach? It tastes so good, Rena. Everyone else pulled from Rena's lunchbox constantly. They all died next day. Everyone liked this one. Oh wait, that's you.
Everyone liked this one so much before, so I made it a lot this time. It's good, isn't it? I hope.
That was a motorbike. It's got high marks from me. Mion, you're taking too much. Knocking Mion's chopsticks aside, I reached out trying to secure my own portion. Satoko and Rika-chan reached over.
Keiichi, you take my portion and I will cut you!
And a struggle ensued. Everyone shoveled in mouthful after mouthful while praising it, and Rena's lunchbox was soon empty. It was kind of bad that no one thought to leave any for Rena, but Rena seemed rather satisfied as she looked on.
I'll gut you all while you sleep, and then eat it myself. How did you like it? Isn't Rena-san an extremely good cook too? Quite different from Keiichi-san.
I said that's nothing for you to boast about.
You're not much different from Kei-chan, Satoko. Can you tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower yet?
Satoko's face went pale.
Hey! Even I can tell the difference between broccoli and cauliflower, you know. Of course I can! I really can!
It's really hard for her to lie.
Keiichi-kun, both taste good when they're boiled and topped with mayo, right?
Ew.
You shouldn't be picking on her. Michan too!
Rena hardly tried to follow up, but Mion laughed haughtily as she drew closer to Satoko.
Well. Just pretend it's a little home ec lesson. Now then, Satoko, what's this?
Mion lifted up her chopsticks. Between them was a piece of green stuff wrapped in bacon. Bacon.
But that's asparagus.
Mion made eye contact with me, and within 3 seconds I had Rika-chan's mouth covered. Holding a piece of bacon wrapped asparagus and giving her 2 choices, she's pretty terrible.
The yellow one is cauliflower. No, wait, the green one is cauliflower.
So which?
Probably the yellow one is broccoli and the blue one is cauliflower. But the green one is,
Do you really know which one is which? How about you just give up?
I'm colorblind, damn it!
Oh, that's why.
I'd expect.
No excuse!
Fuck you, I can't fly a jet.
I'd expect no less from the class representative. The oldest. The way she drives people into a corner just shows how much experience she has. This is just a hunch, but being brought into the Sonozaki household must be quite the ordeal.
I do know! I really do!
Then answer the question.
I know!
She finally broke down and started crying.
Oh, poor Satoko.
When she acts like this, she actually starts to seem her age.
How cute!
Rena entered a state of euphoria as Satoko bawled her eyes out. Rena was in a state of bliss as she rubbed her cheek against Satoko's head and smothered her. Oh, Jesus. Really, a very content face. One that wouldn't care if the world ended right then. It was that kind of smile.
Rena! Mimi is picking on me. Ah!
Cute. It's okay. Rena and Ch1 will take care of all those bad people who tease my little sister. Whoosh! Boof! Bam!
It was like a flash of lightning. Hey, I'm Barry Allen, and I'm the fastest man alive. What are you doing? Wrong show! What was that? Just now. Both of Rena's fists shot out at supersonic speeds, striking Mion and me squarely in our faces. Before we knew it, Mion and I were spread eagle on the floor, staring up at the ceiling with matching welts on our faces. This is the first time. Wait, what? That's you.
This is the first time you've gotten one, right?
Today.
She went easy on us.
Easy? You mean there's something harder than this? With that, Mion and I both slumped our heads back onto the floor in unison. From now on, I'll be careful when I'm within striking distance of Rena. All I could imagine when she said the supersonic thing was the whole Eminem song.
See, Satoko-chan, I took care of them. Cute.
I did worse before I met you guys, though.
I want to take you home.
Making sure
Put you in my collection.
I'll fucking fight you.
Making sure Rena couldn't see it, Satoko struck her tongue out at us. Damn it all, using Rena like a puppet. Rika-chan massaged our bruises without saying a word.